Good morning. My name is Stratton Griffin, and I will be discussing the Disposition Self-Assessment Survey, and also just the dispositions that are required to make a successful teacher. So in my first question here, what dispositions that you possess will make you a successful teacher? I'm looking forward to becoming a history teacher one day. I've had many great examples of history teachers throughout my life, and it's always been something that I've been very passionate about. So one of the dispositions that I think I possess is being an active learner. I'm always trying to soak in more information about the subject, including podcasts, constantly reading books, and I hope to pass that on to my students. Um, so the dispositions that I need to work on before I enter the classroom, I could definitely work on reflection and utilizing feedback more effectively. Oftentimes, I'm not able to properly humble myself to accept feedback, and I think that'll be so important and something that I'm so new at. Um, so yeah, just being open to suggestions from my peers will be really important. So what attributes should should a professional educator have and how should they behave? What standards guide their thinking and actions? So a professional educator needs to be responsible for their words and actions to ensure that they are always classroom appropriate. So we should always put the students first and keep in mind how our language or what we're doing might impact them. One thing that we talked about previously in this class is technology and how our use as technology as educators would then be passed on to the students. So if we're sitting there on our phones looking at, social media or texting someone or calling, then the students will know that we're not interested and they won't be interested in the subject either. So how might teacher dispositions positively or negatively influence the psychological and moral development of adolescents? As previously discussed in this class as well, children lead by example, and if that example is a negative one, then they will follow that. Same thing goes if it's a positive example. For example, if we're not motivated, if we don't have a positive attitude coming into class, the students won't have that either. I would like to talk about one of my teaching heroes, which was Mr. Woods in sixth grade. He was my history teacher. He was constantly super motivated, when singing songs about the course, and just always kind of rambunctious and really motivated, and that really passed down to us as students. So how will you uphold the expectations of the profession, including codes of conduct, codes of ethics, professional standards of practice, and relevant laws and policies? So I think sticking to what is expected is really important here, reviewing the policies at all times to make sure that you're doing the right thing, you're within your scope. I think things are constantly changing and evolving in this world of education, and we really have to be on top of what is appropriate, or else we might get stuck behind and we might do something that we're not supposed to. So how will you promote healthy moral development with students in your future classroom? So I really do look forward to rewarding my students for good moral behavior, such as honesty and integrity in their assignments. I think especially today in the world of AI and all these different features online, it'll be it's becoming easier and easier for students to not showcase their integrity in their work. So I think by providing positive reinforcement, I hope to create an environment where my students are constantly seeking opportunities to showcase their good moral character. Thank you so much.